Good morning, I'm Jonathan Rogowski, here with your morning news for Friday, October 10th. Here are the stories that you need to know. A local runner will go in the record books as one of the oldest women to complete a full marathon. 92-year-old Susan Gallagher completed her epic run with the help of her community cheering her on. She was joined by her son at the 20-mile mark, and they both crossed the finish line as a whirlwind of emotions swept through Susan and all of her supporters. One man is confirmed dead at the scene of a hit-and-run that occurred just after 1:30 a.m. Witnesses were able to make out a small, black or dark gray sedan with the license plate ending in J4. At this time, authorities are unsure if drugs or alcohol were involved. Now, a select group of Americans can say that they've traveled to all 50 states, but one man is determined to visit every state with the company of his dog. Giorgio Palamici began his long trek late last month, starting on the East Coast and moving west. After a few weeks of traveling, Mr. Palamici reported that his energetic corgi named Abby seems to be loving every second of it. Over 50 different major employers will be required to make pay cuts for its employees. This is the result of a new tax placed on companies that distribute the malic acid compound. This safe-to-consume chemical is found in artificially made sour-tasting products. A local man is deciding to give back to the people who gave him everything. 37-year-old Lucas Mallory picked up close to $500,000 in the last lottery. In an exclusive interview, he stated that he first used the money to cover his loans, then all of his remaining winnings went to the San Gabriel foster home, where Mr. Mallory spent 17 years of his life. The morning commute is looking a bit worse than usual. Another accident on the big Phoenix Avenue roundabout has traffic halted for almost half a mile. Reports are coming in that a fallen piece of luggage is slowing cars on the A&W Memorial Freeway. So show extreme caution if you need to stop by those parts of town. As always, we'll have continuous updates throughout your morning.
Anything will help, ma'am, please. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Thanks for letting me come over. It's nice knowing that at least you like me.
Well, I'm just playing. How are you adjusting to all this, Kiara?
I mean, it's a process.
So Dante, how's the single life?
Oh, it's great. Got the whole house to myself. Actually, it's not all that bad. I mean, got a cat.
Oh, sweet, dude, I love cats.
Oh, really? You should come by and meet him sometime.
No, I shouldn't. I'm allergic.
Oh. Well, then, maybe not.
Found out the hard way.
Do you have time for me to go through all this? I could spend, like, a solid amount of time just wallowing in front of you.
I cleared up my whole schedule for you, girl. Wallow all you want.
Thanks. I really appreciate you.
Honestly, it's no problem. Now, where do we start with this mess?
Alright, enough foreplay. You ready to get started?
Sure.
Hang on, man. Don't act like you didn't want me here. I mean, you were the one who called me here. And besides, you're with me. How much better can that get?
Just wish I didn't screw things up.
Yeah? How'd that, happen?
I didn't just arbitrarily break up with her. I mean, a lot of things started piling up before I finally decided to pull the plug.
Oh, shit, dude. You lost me at orbit trailing or whatever that word was.
So, why did you agree to go on a date with him in the first place?
I mean, I was in a good spot. I had everything pretty much going right for me. And then he just came along and asked if I wanted to go to his buddy's band, and I was like, sure. And he didn't call it a date, but I sure thought it had potential.
Yeah. What kind of potential is that?
Like, he was super nice and trustworthy, and he came off as loyal and energetic. Like this one time, he took me to a baseball game.
He took you to a baseball game? Wow, he must have really loved you.
Yeah. The game wasn't that bad. It was a lot of fun, but it was really cool because there was these guys by us that kept chiming into our conversation. And by the end of the game, they were like best friends with him. It was so weird, but it's so cool.
What a catch.
You know, I think the process of falling for her was about the same amount of time as the process of losing interest, you know?
So, was it like a love at first type kind of thing?
No. Actually, the first impression I had of her was that she was a heartless monster. Which I guess now is kind of justified because she was out of her element at a big house party.
Ah, and that's where you shine, big house parties.
Right. So I felt fine, but she didn't. Anyways, after the party, I started to see her around more and I started to fall for her. And, you know, I think that was my favorite time, was the beginning, because it was just so new and exciting. And
Oh. Sorry.
Started to realize things weren't right like 2 months before it actually ended.
Well, what was it about him?
Like, he just went out all the time without me. He said he was going out with the guys, and I trusted that. Like, I knew he wasn't cheating on me. But there was just so much distance, and really the only time he talked to me is whenever he needed something from me.
You should have given him a kick in the crotch. He needed that.
Dude, if he was right in front of me right now, that would be my first priority. I just wanted him to acknowledge that we were drifting apart, but that's kind of hard to do when you live together.
Well, if that doesn't show you how much of a piece of garbage that boy is, I don't know what will.
I mean, I tried to stay calm and work things out. I was willing to make things work for the better, but by the end of it, everything he did made me so mad.
she just, like, lost her flair. Like, we'd go on dates and it just wasn't fun for me anymore.
Yeah, I've been there before. In cases like that, you just gotta cut the cord.
Yeah, there were times at home too, you know, like long silences at dinner, you know, and I'd ask her about her day and she'd always answer me really tersely, and she'd always be so short with me, you know?
Damn, dude, that's pretty aggravating.
Yeah, and there were other times at home too where she, you know, she'd just like mope around. You know, I guess I never really asked what the matter was. I always just figured she was tired.
That's pretty annoying.
And you know what else was annoying?
What?
She didn't like any of the Chick-fil-A sauces.
Jesus Christ!
You know what he did that made me so mad?
What?
He played Mario Kart on automatic.
What a scrub.
Right?
That's actually pathetic.
Breaking up with me was probably the best thing he could have done for me.
You're right. You don't need that fool. How did he dump you, if you don't mind me asking?
You know, I came home late one night and I think she stayed up for me. You know, she was acting all mopey, which had become normal. I thought about what it would be like to end it with her. And that thought had crossed my mind 2 or 3 times by then. So the next morning I thought the time was right and I did it.
Must have felt pretty good. How'd she take it?
I don't think she saw it coming, and I kind of wish she had, because then I wouldn't feel so bad about it.
Well, you see, that sounds like a her problem and not a you problem, so...
It was last Friday night, and he went out. I think you were at a concert or something like that, but he went out with his friends and was out late. And so I stayed up until he got back so I could go to sleep. But I wanted to check in on him and talk to him before we went to sleep, because it's the nice thing to do, right?
Of course. And what did he say?
Nothing. He went straight to bed, And so then the next morning I woke up and tried again. Made breakfast for the two of us like I used to. And he came out and beat me to the punch. Said he wanted different things than I wanted. You know, that night was the second time we didn't kiss goodnight ever.
The first time, I was pretty hammered. And you know, she's pretty adamant about her goodnight kisses. I probably messed her up pretty good.
Dante, you can't worry about that right now, man. You did what's best for you, so even if you did mess her up, so what? I would have done the same thing, dude.
There's this spot overlooking a canyon. We'd have these really nice talks. I just hope I didn't ruin that for her.
Dude, there's no way that you could have immediately ruined that for her. Why would she hate everything that you're connected to?
Everything reminds me of him, and I hate it.
I think you just need some time to let this all blow over.
You're right. I just have a strange mixture of emotions that's going on right now with anger and depression, and I'll be fine. I'm fine.
Hey, how much wallowing you got left in you?
Not that much. I just need to lay here for a little bit.
Okay.
Anyways, how are you doing?
I'm due for another dose of Adderall. I mean, other than that, I guess I'm okay. I had to wake up early. I'm usually not up this early in the afternoon, so I set a bunch of alarms. Just for you, though, and, I mean, work is pretty good, I guess. We're supposed to be in the black this quarter. We're trying to expand, hire more people, and we need more people in marketing and social media.
Right.
I mean, we're already pretty up there in the market when it comes to exotic socks, but we're not number one, so there's still work to be done, you know? Anyways, I got some work I gotta do later. After that, I'm probably gonna light up. I got some extra cigs on me if you wanna join.
I'm good.
Alright, then I'll probably catch you later then, Dante.
Didn't realize you still came here.
Could say the same thing about you.
Is anyone sitting here?
Yeah.
I got a cat.
What?
Yeah, I got it right after we broke up when I realized I had no more pussy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Sorry. Can we talk?
Sure.
Look, I know you're having a hard time with this, but I am too. I'm not happy with how this turned out.
What does that mean?
Everything bad that happened between us was my fault, and I thought I could let all that slide. There was so much stuff that I kept from you, and that was wrong. I didn't deserve you. It took so long for me to realize my mistakes, and by the time I did, it was just too late. How about this for a little compensation? I want you to sock me in the mouth as hard as you can.
I'm not gonna sock you in the face.
Well, you should do something. It's only fair.
I don't need any compensation. I need to know what you were thinking. Was I not good enough? Or...
No, that's not it at all. You did nothing wrong. I wanted that sense of excitement, and the little excitement I found, it just didn't feel right.
So I held you back from feeling any joy at all?
Well, no, not entirely. I thought I would have more fun if I stopped having to worry about you all the time.
You can keep that.
Great. So many uses for this.
I donated one of your shirts that I found in my box from the move.
I think I know which one you're talking about. I didn't like that shirt anyways. I've never noticed the power lines until now. Kind of ruins the natural connection between the hills.
Those lines serve a good purpose, though, and they haven't always been there. They're probably going to be there for the rest of our lifetimes, though. It's progression of mankind. That's how I see it, at least. I don't hate you. I'll get over it. You'll get over it. That's life.
You're right, Kiara.
Bye, Dante.